All right, all right, all right.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Develop Live. What's going on, Alfred? How you doing?
Doing well. It's a Thursday. It is not a Saturday.
It is a Thursday. It's got me kind of fucked up.
Yeah, me
Right.
too.
That's what's got you messed up.
Yeah, well, among other things, but that's one of the things that's got me pretty fucked up.
All right. But other than that, everything's going well. Just enjoying this mix that we made.
Yeah, that's fire. It's lit, family. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Actually, I enjoyed too much of it because I vaped all of it already.
Yeah. Dave was telling me, I think like yesterday or the day before, that he's been vaping it and he's loving it too. And then Folkart mixed it up, tried it.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't part of the process of making it, but I just mixed it up. I just got to mixing it today, so it hasn't really stayed. But the first couple of draws off it was like, wow, this is pretty damn good. I mean, to me, it seems like kind of like the perfect spring or summer type of vape. It's just, it's really nice. It's really nice. And I'm glad to be back, guys. I know I was gone for about 2 weeks, but I'm back.
You want to talk about what you were doing?
It was just my day job stuff.
But I heard it went really well, right?
Yeah. I did a pottery show last weekend, and just about sold everything actually, which was pretty nice. So now I can eat for about 2 months. Pretty good. So I'm good to go.
Straight hustling that clay, yo.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Fucking got him.
That's it. And so this week I've been I got recruited to build a shed for my uncle. And
okay.
But
what kind of shed are we talking?
It's just a shed for his boat, you know.
Okay, so but it's like a substantial shed then.
Oh yeah. It's a big shed. And so got that finished today, and next up this week is taxes, and then after that, hopefully I'll be able to find some time to mix. I'm running behind, but yeah.
What about you, Max? What's been going on in Max's world?
Oh man, I got hit with I had traffic court today.
How'd that go?
Not incredible. They threw the book at me, man. I got hit with I got parking on pavement, but it was still a pretty hefty fine for that. New York State, they got a lot of.
But I'm so curious about the book thing. Were you like giving them your sass, or were they just genuinely just having a bad day, decided to throw a book at you for no reason?
Yeah, pretty much. They just slapped me upside the head with one, which I deserved it. But I was actually sitting next to this girl, and she had the exact same. She got busted the same day as me with the exact same fine. We were speeding ticket on the same road, so it's common.
Speed trap.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't even know where this guy came from. He came out of nowhere. You know, I was like, hey, I'm surprised you even kept up with me.
Yeah. As far as me though, nothing new really. I've been working on making the best key lime pie ever with the Reddit Discord, and that's going mildly well. I'm still working on it, but Vape Train Shisha Lime, if you don't have it, you need it.
Yeah, that's a good one. We used that. No, we used Persian lime.
No, we used Persian lime.
Yeah,
Persian lime is better for something like a fruit blend where you want it to be kind of heavy on the citrus, but for Shisha Lime, key lime pie is like, as soon as I smelled that flavor, I've been wanting to make this the whole time.
So it's more for like bakeries and stuff.
Yeah. It's very, very sweet, not aggressively sour, like citrus heavy.
What kind of like lime would you say that at, like zest or like juice or kind of like fleshy or
for just the solo flavor, I'd almost say like, you know how lemon curd is made, right?
Oh yeah.
It's basically lime curd. That's what the flavor smells like. It's like a thick, syrupy, non-aggressive, almost like what FE Lemon does in a bakery. It's like the lime version of that.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
I love when they do that on the DIY Discord, the DIY e-juice Discord.
Oh yeah, I'm constantly in there.
Yeah, they get posted too, right? Somebody does it.
We made it in all the flavors. I Make Pizza, Islama Dog, and me. made a all the flavors account, and we post all the stuff that we make in there.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
What's the name of it?
That is a great question. It's DIY E-Juice Discord something on all the plate. I actually don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, we're gonna have to.
Yeah,
throw it in the comment. Throw it in the comment, people.
Yeah,
tons of people can like come through though, and like we'll work on stuff together. Like the key lime, for example, I got input from like 6 people at the same time to make that.
Alfred, if you want to throw up the link to that in the Zoom chat here, I can put it in.
Yeah, let me go find it actually.
Okay, no problem.
Is it called DIY Discord?
It is. It is called DIY. That's the one.
There you go, everybody.
There you go.
Here, I'll throw that in the chat for everybody.
So,
got some good stuff in here.
So, what do y'all guys think in the chat about our new time for the live show on Thursdays? I wanna get your opinion on it. Y'all think it's a good move?
Yes. Yes. Do you wanna? Thursdays are good for you. If they're good for you, they're good for us. We've been having some busy bees on weekends, and we were looking for a new time slot, and this kind of just worked out.
Yeah.
And Wayne was gracious enough to move back to 5:30, so we could do this.
Yeah, he does Vapor Alert on Thursdays around this time, right?
Yeah, and that's probably one of my favorite shows to watch, like during the week, like pre-recorded and everything. It's way better than ours. Don't watch ours.
All right, so
I mean, I guess watch ours.
Yeah, well, thanks, Max. Everyone's saying it's good for them though, so that's awesome.
That's good.
And then if you can't make it, always watch the replay, and you can find us anywhere. Give us your input, leave a comment. We read it all.
Yep.
All right. So, and then, do you want to dive into the smoothie?
Sure, we can do that. Absolutely.
All right. So, the weirdest part about this is that it just started out as an idea to make papaya lime smoothie, right? But the end result is neither of those things. Hence the name.
Mega fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't understand that reference, you probably should by now. Rick and Morty is a thing, and you should definitely watch all of it right now. But it comes from the first episode of Rick and Morty, and yeah, that's pretty much where we came up with it. It's just a fruit that doesn't exist, and this is that in a smoothie.
Yeah, and Dave was saying that the taste of our mix is kind of just the color orange, and I think the mega fruit is orange, right? So it kind of
on the inside, I think it is. Yeah.
Yep. Everything just came together, but the actual the flavor is just like a weird thing that doesn't really exist. It's got some of the yogurt drink and the smoothie base that lemon base is going on, and then the papaya and lime kind of just meld into one thing. And we need to have a discussion about Folk Art's opinion about papaya.
My opinion about Wonder Flavors papaya. Okay, so when I crack this bottle open, Wonder Flavors papaya, and I smell of it, I hate to say this about Wonder Flavors because I love Wonder Flavors. But when I smell this straight out of the bottle, the first thing I almost did this. I almost went. I mean, it's like that was my gut reaction.
What would you say? What does it remind you of?
It's kind of like the passion fruit, only worse. It's got, oh man, I don't know. It's just it makes my gut kind of roll. It has that kind of an ass smell with a little bit of armpit. Maybe, I don't know. That was my gut
really
feeling.
Good.
But here,
really good.
Yeah, but
I love listening to folk I talk about papaya so much.
But yeah, but there's a silver lining to this. It doesn't vape like that at all. I love papaya, the real thing. I don't like to smell this out of the bottle, but I love to vape it. It's absolutely phenomenal. So good. That you did really good, Wonder Flavors. I won't smell the bottle anymore. But yeah, I like it. I like it in a vape form. I can't stand to smell it.
Do you like other papayas? Because I'm curious. Like, I know it's super funky. It's kind of, it's a weird flavor.
It is. I mean, and all of them, have that kind of smell. It's just the Wonder Flavors seems to be a little more pungent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like every papaya. I like Flavor Arts papaya a lot. I think that is really underrated. And I like TFAs, obviously, but that one's kind of tricky in a recipe because you just know what's in there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my main issue with papayas, but I do like papaya.
Mm-hmm.
Emily's saying she was with you, Full Carpet. She's gonna step up and try it, see if it works out.
Yeah, trust me, Emily. It doesn't vape the way it smells, and there's a lot of flavorings out there like that. This one just happens to kind of roll my stomach just a little bit.
Wonder Flavors really fucking nails that. They nail that like funky fruit vibe.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely papaya. I mean, it's really good. It's just to get over mixing it. Once it's mixed, it's okay. So.
Those are easily two of my favorites from the new Wonder Flavors, the papaya and the passion fruit. Partially because they're just phenomenal versions of those, and partially because Bogart hates both of them.
Good God.
I don't hate them. I just hate the smell.
I hate them.
I like a lot of like those funky flavors though.
Me too.
Like Bumbleberry. I like Bumbleberry, but like some of that like Saskatoon berry, what do they call that? What is it called?
Saskatoon berry.
Yeah. I don't have that one.
Yeah, I don't have that. I've heard some people say it has like some weird funk going on, but I would love to hear you talk about it, Graham.
It's funky, like Parliament and the Funkadelic. It's fucking disgusting. I don't like it. I don't like that note. You know that. I don't like that funk.
But is it more of like the papaya note or more of the passion fruit? Is it more like BO or is it more like foot sweat?
It's like feet. If you had your feet in someone's armpits, basically.
That's my favorite thing to do in my spare time. Put my feet in someone's
I gotta pay extra for that.
Oh my God. Well, I like it.
Nachev has a question. Does the smoothie base blend with the yogurt drink in the finished product, or can you identify both of them separately?
I think they blend. I mean, I think you can identify the yogurt drink more than you can the smoothie base, but yogurt drink is just kind of like that perfect kind of a coating that it gives you, and like it just kind of it's the perfect base for it.
Yeah, so to kind of answer that question and to elaborate a bit, that's why we added the yogurt drink, is because when we tried it without yogurt drink, it has the beginning of that sort of lemon going on like at the very background part. But we were like, that fits so well that we'd like to add something that carries the flavor all the way through, and that's what yogurt drink does. So when you taste it, I'm going to say that you're probably just going to mostly taste yogurt drink. I doubt you're going to taste much smoothie base, but they blend seamlessly into one thing.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't pick out both of them. It seemed like that it blended really well. And that yogurt drink is just phenomenal. So
it really is.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, I actually was hesitant to put it in there because like anytime I ever work with it, I'm just like, why don't you just vape that? But I do like who made that they made a lemon
curd. Oh man,
that was really, really good. It was really nice use of it too. That and this are like the two that stick out to me that I'd actually want it as a part of a recipe. Other than that, just fucking vape 6% of it and you're done.
All right, Mary Beth has a follow-up question. Does the smoothie base add body then, or if it was not even in there, would it even make a difference? So what I've had experience with, I've mixed with the smoothie base a lot now. It will sort of amalgamate all of the fruits that you want to put in there and blend them into one flat smoothie. So if I imagine if smoothie base wasn't in here, you would taste papaya and lime separately and identify both of them, and they would probably dominate yogurt drink. But because of the smoothie base, it's all blended into one slightly orange thing that doesn't exist, and that's why I love using it.
So do you think that the Flavora
Just makes
smoothie base?
its own thing.
So do you think that the Flavora smoothie base is kind of doing what Vanilla Swirl does? Like
it's exactly what Vanilla Swirl would do for sort of blending anything you throw in there.
Yeah, okay.
But it keeps it in the smoothie because it has that kind of smoothie yogurt thing going on, and it like for Vanilla Swirl in a fruit mix, you can identify that there's vanilla added, right? And it's very like a creamy version of that, where smoothie base kind of keeps it in the fruit realm completely, and it's just like a blended fruit mix without vanilla, without cream.
Awesome.
But you do get that brightness and you do get that citrus too.
Yeah, you do get you still get there is some lemon that you still can identify. And I was actually surprised because I thought adding papaya and lime, you wouldn't even know smoothie base was in there, but you could still sort of identify it in the background.
Nice.
Do you want to talk about the dilemma, Max?
The dilemma?
Yeah, with the papaya lime percentages.
Oh, well, when we finished it, we actually added, I think, what was it, like 0.75 of both or something like that?
We moved it up to 2.75 papaya and 2.5 lime as sort of an afterthought just to see if it would improve it. But I think the consensus is that they're both absolutely phenomenal. And then I'm going to go ahead and say for someone like folk art where the smell of papaya on its own is going to make your stomach turn, this might be better as the percentages on all the flavors where they're sort of more subdued. But if you want to add more of the papaya and lime, just to basically add it to taste, I think it'll work.
Yeah,
Mary Beth.
Oh, go ahead, Max.
You go ahead because I was just going to answer a question.
I was just going to say that I mixed it up as the recipe is posted, and it tastes great to me. So, if you want to try the papaya out a little higher, go for it, or up the Persian lime, go for it. See what you think.
Yeah.
And so Emily, sorry, this is a finished mix, Emily. Yes.
Right. Mary Beth, what does the apricot add to this mix? Well, if you just try papaya, it kind of like it's very full, but it's also kind of candy-ish, and it doesn't really it's not really fleshed out. And apricot needed to kind of be in there to bring it back towards that papaya without adding more of that candy that it has, because that's a very sweet flavor too. If you guys work with it, you'll understand that it's very sweet. So with it not being like a candy, like we didn't want it to be really syrupy, and that's what it would do if we just tried to crank it up more. So apricot just kind of fleshes it out like apricot usually does. So that's why we ended up going with that.
Yeah, because that's actually something that Dave kind of stole from himself. When he was making his papaya tea, he had the same issue where adding more papaya would do bad things to the mix overall. It would dominate with papaya, and especially with Wonder Flavors papaya, it would be extremely, extremely sweet and candy-like. And so the way you can boost the papaya flavor without making it more sweet and candy and like aggressive is to bring apricot in to back it up, and it adds the fleshy, more basically just makes it more fruity.
Yeah, more natural too, because otherwise it's kind of like a like how a lot of people use dragon fruit to emulsify stuff and it kind of combines them all together. We could have done that too, but this keeps like when you want to work with a peach, like say you want to work with FA white peach, but you want more of that body to it, you would go with something like apricot or another peach to like make them a little bit better. This is the same kind of thing where the two of them together makes a really good papaya.
Yeah, and isn't I think I've seen TFA nectarine used for that same thing with peach recipes quite a bit to sort of boost the fleshy body of the peach without adding more peach flavor necessarily.
Yeah, TFA nectarine would have went really well in here too. It would still go with that orange kind of funkiness and everything, but apricot was just a really nice neutral flavor that fills
and we already knew ahead of time that apricot and papaya work like perfectly together.
Yeah, apricot will go with a lot of those fruits too. Any kind of stone fruit that you want to fill out, go try out apricot. You can go pretty high with that flavor too.
And actually, if anyone's down to try it, one of my favorite things to do with apricot is if you want to make a cherry, because like TPA cherry extract is the thinnest flavor ever. If you add apricot, it can bring fleshy qualities to a cherry flavor.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Graham?
Saying apple too. The apricot works with apple too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Apple, pear. If you want to go in that kind of like area too, like TFA, pear would probably be something I usually reach for if you want to like add more of that fleshy kind of thing to it. But apricot has worked too in the past for me.
Not
Have you
was
ever used
asking.
apricot as an apricot?
Yeah, as a standalone, it's not the best though. I have used FA apricot as just a standalone apricot, and it's good. But I have like FE apricot. I think is a little bit better, just because it carries more of its own flavor. That way, if you wanted to say make an apricot mix, like if you used FA apricot in a mixed fruit, it's not going to show up because it's just not. It doesn't have enough to stand on its own.
Yeah, FA pear does the same thing. It's kind of like a really useful additive.
But Nachef was asking, does this need sweetener, or is the apricot and papaya enough? And the answer to that is papaya is enough, because Wonder Flavors papaya is probably one of the sweetest standalone flavors I have. It's obnoxiously sweet.
Yeah. And I agree with that. And I add sweetener to everything, but this doesn't need it at all, for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with sweetener just because it'll probably come out more of that candy thing that we kind of wanted to avoid, which is probably the main problem I have with Wonder Flavors papaya, that if you take it too high, you get into that candy. But if you want that, then go ahead and use it at like 3%. But it is pretty aggressive.
Emily's saying that we could make a rockin' boom pop. What is that?
Like a boom pop, like a red, white, and blue boom pop.
Oh, the popsicle thing.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think that's what she's talking about.
I was thinking push pop, and I don't.
You're a child. That's why.
Oh, and those are more adult.
More than push pops. Yeah.
Yeah. Max, don't you understand the maturity of popsicles? Don't you get that?
You don't know the levels of popsicles, dude.
What is the most adult popsicle?
Like a coconut bar.
A stick of ice. Just a straight up stick of ice.
Yeah.
It's the coconut bar with the coconut, or a toasted almond bar.
I've never heard of either of those things.
Because you're a child.
Tan Babes, yeah, it's up there with Wonder Flavors mango and sweetness. It's pretty obnoxious. But what is the flavor of a boom pop?
Yeah, what is that?
Blue raspberry, cherry, lemon lime, I think.
Is that a boom pop? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's like red, white, and blue popsicle. I looked it up.
You get it when that music plays in your neighborhood. You run out there, you grab money from your mom. You know the routine, Max.
Yeah.
Boom pop.
So the white part would be just lemon lime flavored, basically, and then cherry and raspberry.
Or is it pineapple? Isn't most white
popsicle pineapple? I honestly don't know I've ever had a boom pop in my life.
I don't think I have either, but I am a child, so
Max hasn't grown up enough.
Yeah, my popsicle maturity is pretty low.
Push-ups.
Okay, so Emily is saying though it's pineapple, cherry, blue raspberry.
Oh, boom! The kid got it.
Maybe in Canada.
He hasn't grown up, but he understands it.
Nah, that's a Canadian boom pop.
Oh, the Canadian one's different. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their flag is different too. It's red and white.
Song, everything's different.
Mary Beth is saying lemon, cherry, blue raspberry. This is like a hot debate going on right now.
I'm telling you.
Is it pineapple or lemon?
It's not pineapple. I know it's not. I've never had one with pineapple. It could be in Canada. I don't know.
I think we're gonna see
weird shit.
Somebody's gonna fight in the chat.
Pippa's saying that it's the blue ras cherry lemonade, cherry lemon blue raspberry. Oh, we're getting outvoted. Pineapple or the lemonade wins. The lemon flavor.
Is it lemon?
That's what the more votes say. It's lemon.
Like a lemon lime, like a 7-Up, almost kind of like a lemonade clear.
Why would it be white and not yellow then?
Because America.
Because nobody wants to eat snow.
Yeah, because it's not red, white, and blue. It's red, yellow, and blue.
Nobody wants to eat yellow snow, huh? Okay, I got it.
All right, but do you think we could do that? I think we could probably do that.
Probably.
Apparently, it's not easy.
The cherry part might be an issue, But
Yeah, cherry and a good blue raspberry.
and
One-on-one. Actually, wait. OSDIY
Let's
blue
do a lemon
raspberry
lime pop.
sludge, right?
maybe
Because
Yeah.
it's that very toned down blue raspberry flavor. It's already
That's
got
not the issue.
vibe.
The
So the
issue with that,
cherry's the
it's the separation.
Yeah,
No,
the
it's the separation.
Oh,
Like,
separation.
Like, nobody can get it done. Like, I don't know. It's been a thing for a while. Let's just make a set like a lemon lime pop. We can get that done, right? Is that possible?
Daytime Frank says no one wants a piss pop, Volkart. Is that possible to make a lemon lime popsicle? I feel like that's probably one of the easiest things you could ever make.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
probably.
See how I did that? Where I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
the blue
I
raspberry and
got
the
you.
cherry, made something easy for
Wait,
us.
yeah, I mean, wait, Graham, I think that might be really difficult to do. I don't know if we could do that.
Google says that it is cherry, white lemon, and blue raspberry.
White lemon.
White lemon.
And the Google machine's always right. So
So, wait, is white lemon sort of like those Italian lemon ice?
I think that's what. Yeah.
Okay.
it's exactly what it is.
Folkart, do you say white like white?
Without the
I say white.
Ooh,
White.
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 Get over
Like
here.
I thought it was
White.
like white.
Wider.
Why do people say
Oh, dude.
white?
Because
White.
it's emphasis on the H. They're pronouncing
White.
the H.
Yeah, but they're putting the H
Fucking hate
first.
that. I hate that more than
White.
anything.
Well, no,
White.
it's supposed to be
You
one
know
thing.
who your daddy is.
WH is supposed to be the huh and the W at the same time. So,
But then they
white.
don't emphasize the T. It's just white.
Right. I don't know.
White.
I don't
Guys are from down fucking south, dude. That's why. That's the problem.
Down
Nacho
south.
says Nacho says guat. What's it?
White.
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 The G.
That is
Everything-
probably the correct pronunciation. White.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. How everything turns out to be the correct pronunciation.
Yeah, Folkart is rewriting the English language.
Oh
yeah.
yes, most
What was the
definitely.
one?
He needs to
What
write
was
a book. You need an audio book where you just read the dictionary.
Oh God. When I went to broadcasting school, we had a vocal coaching, and we had to read these words. It was like 300 the most, mispronounced word in English. Like my teacher would have gone fucking bananas if Folkart would have walked in. He would have
Did
been that after school every day,
Did you pass or
Every
fail?
saying salmon and coupon with a U. Did I pass or fail? What do you think?
You fucking failed.
I totally.
You definitely
No.
fucking failed.
I have stories from that school. But I'm not. No, I didn't fail at all.
I say documentary,
I
right? Or wrong.
I should
Wait,
have.
document. I say
No,
documentary.
documentary. Oh, I'll slap you with that. What is that? What does that even mean?
It's a documentary.
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 Oh God.
Documentary.
Documentary.
Why? That's too much effort. Why are you putting so much effort into say the
He
word?
wants to say two words. He
White.
wants to.
White. Really?
It's a white documentary.
White.
What?
White.
Let's see, what are we talking
Mr. Burgundy's dad says documentary, like you.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty close. Yeah.
Fucking Max.
I mean, that's probably the right way to.
It's not.
No, that's not the right way. That's just the way you and his dad say it.
Everybody
they're
else
right,
say
yeah.
it. I want to hear.
Right, both
I don't
from,
know
like,
how to
Buffalo.
say it.
Documentary. It's easy. No
Documentary.
effort. Just don't put extra effort.
Why are you
How do you
saying it
say-
so weird?
How do you say those things that you use when you pay for stuff at the grocery store that you clip out of, like, how do you say that?
What?
Coupon.
You know the things
Coupon.
A coupon?
Okay, okay.
Coupon.
It's like the most mispronounced word in the English language.
No, that's coupon, but I watched a documentary on it, so
Yeah. Everyone says coupon.
yeah,
Or
coupon is.
salmon.
Those people are stupid.
Yeah, those
Are
people
any- any
they don't
people
understand
in
the
the
guat. The guat.
Same kind of people call it pop.
Emily, are you a couponer? Is that what you say? Coupon.
Ooh, aluminum is a good one because they say
Oh,
it differently in the UK. It's
Aluminium.
aluminium, which is, if you ask me, the better way to say it.
That's the
It's way more
bougiest
fun.
way to say it, though.
It's way more fun.
Aluminium.
Don't even ask me to try to pronounce it like that.
Okay.
Oh, say
get,
it.
Get an Asian guy to say
Yeah.
that.
Not going to happen.
Is it aluminum? Is that what you say? A lot of people say it that way.
Aluminum.
Yeah.
You fucking nailed that. That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. I just can't
Now say
pronounce
the
it
other
like
way.
the people in the UK do it. There's no.
All right, but now, Folkart, I'm going to need you to say gelato vaniglia.
Gelato Vagilinia. I don't know what the hell it's
Vagilinia.
called.
Like
Ooh.
Voluglia.
Oh man, I'm so turned on right now.
That's my favorite.
Vag-
That and having Folkart talk about papaya and passion fruit is like, that's just all I need every day.
I like what he says that he has to do on Sundays, but we won't talk about that here.
Oh, I don't have to do it. I want to.
like baseball routine.
I think about that like
And
pretty much on a daily basis.
Ooh,
Jesus Christ, we witnessed
Castard has a good one. What about laboratory?
Laboratory.
Laboratory?
Oh no.
No, that's wrong.
No.
Nobody said you're not from.
No.
Fucking
Have you ever heard of Dexter's Laboratory? What do you mean? That's definitely right.
No, you do not say laboratory.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You haven't watched enough Dexter's.
It's
I
laboratory.
have, but that's not what you call
It's
it.
an extra A.
What was his accent? Why did he?
I
talk
don't even know what that
Info.
accent is. It's such a
Okay.
weird way of speaking.
Yeah, an omelette du fromage. What?
Yeah, what is that? Oh, wait, that's French then, right?
Yeah, but isn't
No,
it
that's
just
gobbledygook.
gibberish in
Yeah.
French?
Oh, I have no fucking clue. I don't speak French, Max.
What is wrong
That's
with
like
that?
that's a little fun fact about me. I
Not
don't
all
speak
from,
French.
I don't speak
not all
French
from a
either.
Dickens novel.
But
You look like
I mean,
with a little
you
cup.
worked in the culinary industry, so I feel like you practically speak French. It's like
Oh, fuck no.
Looking like Oliver Twist and
No.
shit.
I mean, there's stuff that I know, but there's. I mean, it's just common.
Like what?
phrases,
Let's hear
really.
it. Let's hear it.
Like well, I don't. I say it. I don't say
You
it
just
French.
said, you just leaned back, you looked at us in a way, and you said, just things I know, but, it's not.
Well, like
Tell us what you know.
the common phrases that you say, and I know
What's
I'm
common?
not saying them right.
Yeah, like
I'm
like-
American.
A la minute, that like of the minute. I don't even know what that
but
means.
the fact that you even know that exists proves my
I hate you
point.
for that.
Yeah, I'm French as fuck, people.
He is. He's a little Oliver Twist. He should have a
How do you
begging
say croissant, Max?
How do
cup. Oh, he
I
does
say
it with
it?
the thing. Oh, he so does it with the.
Oh, I just say
No.
croissant. But when I'm fucking with people, I say croissant.
Well, that's not even right.
My favorite. I know, and I don't think
Fucking
onion.
who, huh?
Onion is it onion? Yeah, onion is onion, and I don't think I'm even pronouncing that the French way.
All right. So
My
Max,
French is
so
really
much.
bad. I
Okay, let's move
pretend-
on.
Yeah.
This
So
bit.
yeah, this was enough language
Yeah.
talk. Max, did you want to talk about Golden Boy V2?
V2.
Yeah, with the Flavora.
Well, V2. I'm not gonna put out a V2, but I really wish that I had sweet and smoky when I was making it.
Then why not make a new one?
Because it's so fucking good right now. I mean, I might work on it. I might release something, but
Yeah, because you were saying that Flavora Sweet and Smoky Tobacco can replace black honey, right? That you used.
I didn't use black honey. I was talking about another one. Well, I mean, I've been playing with that a lot, but there is like a really nice, sweet kind of nectarine note that comes from the sweet and smoky tobacco that I'm really into, and it probably
You're
could have
nectarine.
helped. Oh, fuck yeah, I am. I'm like TFA nectarine. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I would probably be able to get rid of a couple of percentages, like back some stuff down, and probably be a lot better. I'm a little mad that I came up with that recipe and did so much work after they like came out with it. But yeah.
You could cut a little off of it.
I could take a
consolidate.
little. I could
So
take
can
a
folk
little
art.
off
All right, sorry, we got to go back to the English language talk just for a minute because someone read the word that Mr. Burgundy put in the chat. I'm not even going to attempt to say it.
the top. Ha ha ha, V dog.
No, the worst English word.
Peculiarity.
Peculiar.
Yeah, good luck. I didn't even try.
Peculiar.
It's
Peculiarly.
peculiar.
Peculiarly.
oh my god.
How do you?
Go wait. God damn it, folk art. Say it.
Yeah, we need folk art.
Peculiar.
Oh, no,
He
but
knows,
Oh.
he knows.
Easy.
add RY at the end.
Peculiarly.
No,
that
that's
is
silent.
hard to fucking say. I can say it in my head. I can't.
Because
Oh,
it's not the way you say it.
Yeah, my tongue isn't working when I try to do the rest of it. Though.
Peculiarly? Ah, hell,
Because
I
it's
don't know.
fighting against you.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It's fighting against you. It's trying to save you from
peculiar.
saying it like an idiot.
It's peculiar.
It's silent.
Peculiarly.
Oh.
Okay. There we go.
Is there a silent Q in there?
Gotcha. Peculiarly. Nope. Not doing it.
There's, you don't. There's no Lee in it.
Checking out.
Puke.
Peculiarly.
I'm so happy I rehashed the language talk.
Oh, God.
I can't wait for the cut the edit of this.
God,
We're live. We're live, motherfucker. This is out there.
Hey, yeah, no shit.
We're not cutting shit.
Oh, it'll get cut.
So
right.
I've got one more question about the recipe. Since I wasn't here for the development of it, What was your thoughts behind the Inawera cactus? Putting the Inawera cactus in there.
That was Max's idea.
It's fucking amazing.
But why did what made you want to add it? What was the purpose?
Well, it's super bright and it's really juicy and like it's just always so fucking good in like fruit mixes and stuff. But it has a nice contrast to the rest of it. Like I guess, what did I say? That it was kind of earthy or some kind of earthy?
Yeah. So I think when we were making it, there was like two thought processes. The first one was that it adds sort of a nice juicy quality to a fruit mix, and sort of but also the papaya and the lime are getting very candied. And so you said like the earthy quality that cactus can bring might help bring the papaya and the lime back to more natural, less candy-like.
Yeah, it's a really sharp flavor. Anytime that you want something to be a little more like different or like just bright and in your face and everything, I usually go with cactus. It's one of my favorite flavors from Inawera.
Yeah, and I would say if you have lime in a fruit mix or whatever, if you add cactus, it sort of blends into the citrus note that you don't really identify the cactus very much.
Yeah, like any citrus though, it'll work.
Right.
It depends on like how much you like cactus. If you don't like it at all, you would probably still like this mix, but I think we only used like a quarter, and a quarter is where you can probably get away with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think it works though, Folkart? Like, do you think the cactus was a good choice to have?
Yeah, I think it does. Now, I just mixed this today, so it may change just a little bit. But I'm not a big fan of floral vapes. This is not a floral vape, but there is ever so slightly a touch of a floral vape, and I think that cactus maybe is what's doing it. But that'll probably steep out. But it's not a bad floral. It's not like like perfume or anything. It's like a springy kind of vape,
If anything, it's kind of soapy.
Yeah.
Cactus, like I know a lot of people don't like it for that. It can get really soapy, especially when you put it with other things. But I'm weird. I like it like pretty high, and in here it's just a really nice like accent to the citrus and everything, which my favorite way to do it anyway.
Yeah, it brightens everything up in the mix, I think.
Yeah.
As far as the steeping thing you were talking about, because you just made it, so you're trying it shake and vape, you're probably getting mostly the lemon yogurt drink forward part, right?
Yeah, it's this. I can get the lemon and it's the yogurt drink for sure.
Yeah, so I've noticed as it's steeped, because I've had it steeping since we made it, that the papaya lime part, that sort of weird orange amalgamation, comes out more, and the lemon sort of starts to like fade out a bit. Which it's good both ways. If you want to shake and vape it and enjoy that wonderful lemon, then go for it. But if you let it steep, you'll get sort of more of the papaya lime monstrosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Like, I don't think I've ever tried any other like smoothie type recipes, but this one really does sell like a smoothie, especially everything being blended together. You have to know going into it, if you're going to mix it, that it doesn't taste like anything in real life. It just tastes like a complete mash of flavors that just come to be their own thing.
Right,
like,
which is
it's like a nice natural fruit though.
And that's why I love the smoothie base, because every time I've tried it in a mix, I shouldn't say every time, because when we made the first version, if you use too much lime, it's too much lime straight up. That will not blend. But if you balance it correctly, the smoothie base won't do that. It'll blend it into one thing that doesn't exist.
Sweet.
Do you guys want to talk about our new semi-permanent member?
Yeah, we can talk about that. Sure.
So we are going to start bringing in Nachev. We had a few meetings with him, and he's been mixing for quite a long time in Argentina. He does like some commercial work, and but he just really loves the he just really loves the idea and what we're doing. And I thought it would be awesome to sort of have someone that could, another member, to be sort of consistently on the show.
Yeah, and I'm
spice to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm so glad I'm so glad that I was able to talk with him face to face, and him tell me that it's not NA chef, it's not chef. Because I always pronounce it NA chef.
Yeah, so he's not here to explain how that happened, his name, but I'll do my butchered version of it. In Argentina, if your name is Ignacio, it's often shortened to Nacho. And then he's been called Chef quite a bit, so he changed it to Not Chef. So it is kind of just his nickname. Like, that's his kind of real name.
Yeah. Awesome. We're looking forward to having him on and picking his brain and see what he brings to the table. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and as Max and I were having a meeting with him, one of the things I'm excited for is that because he's in Argentina and a lot of the flavors are harder to source in general, he's learned to sort of similar to Skittles, that he has so much knowledge of the sort of older flavors and like the TPA, Capella, that Flavor West type stuff, that he's learned how to use those to sort of make the newer things, to sort of similar to like how Skittles wanted to make the funnel cake into a donut, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's how it used to be. Like, that's how I used to mix. I didn't have access to Flavor Art or any of that shit probably till like 3 years ago. Like, but at the beginning, that's all I had. Like a lot of you never had this shit for a recipe ever.
And I think that's it's a really valuable skill, but I also think it might help us to sort of stay kind of leveled and like use more common and popular flavors, because as easy as it is to like say you want a donut, you can reach for a Wonder Flavors donut and you have it. But to be able to use other flavors that are very common to do the same job is really interesting to me.
Yeah, and there's that's something that we don't often think about, us as a group, is that we've got a pretty big stash of flavorings and not everybody has those, and it can get expensive if you're buying 3 or 4 or 5 different flavorings every week if you're trying to mix up these recipes. So maybe he'll help guide us into the most used or more accessible flavors and things.
Yeah, because I honestly, when I made a Fig Newton replica and I called it Concrete Newtons, and I used Vape Train Fig, which is on its own pretty much just a black licorice flavoring, but I combine it with red dates from Vape Train to make that sort of fig paste filling. And then Dave Dave said, now I'm sort of obligated to find other uses for Vape Train Fig, because if I'm going to put out a recipe that involves a flavor, then that flavor needs to be something worth having outside of that one specific recipe.
Exactly.
And so I feel like that'll help guide us in that direction, to use flavors that have potential outside of a specific recipe.
Right. Because all of us really got into mixing to try to save money. Let me tell you, I ain't saving money. I'm spending money like hell.
I do a lot of that with when I put out a recipe too, though. Like, if I buy a flavor, I want to find a use for it. Like, I hated Goldford Pipe, and I needed to find a way to actually use it. And after trying, I think what turned me around was Chemical Burn Victim made a recipe called Native God. And I was like, oh my God, fucking Goldford Pipe is really good if you use it right. And it completely turned me around, because I find that to be a very metallic flavor. But when you used right, it's a really nice honey tobacco. So I'm glad that other people do the same thing too. They don't write off other flavors and they try to find a use for them. But I definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Right.
And when we were having that meeting with Not Chef, I was telling him one of my favorite things about folk art is that he does that exact thing. He'll use a flavor and it might not work out, but he doesn't like get rid of it or throw it away or write it off as being a bad flavor. He's like, maybe in the future I'm going to have a recipe that this is exactly what I'm going to want. And I think that's so like useful to do, because I do the same thing. If I try some LA banana cream, I've tried that and I would say that it's a terrible flavor. I don't like it at all. But folk art's like, I've used it in places where it does work and it was the exact thing I needed to make a recipe work. And so that's like so useful and interesting.
Yeah, I've gone back to flavors that I first purchased, years and years ago, that I thought, oh, I don't want to use that, because I single flavor test it, and that's very useful to single flavor test. But if you're judging that flavoring just on its own, then you might miss out on its uses. Yeah. So all those flavorings that I thought were trash years ago, I've gone back to them and started revisiting them, and I've found uses for basically everything. So don't give up on them.
Yeah, I wrote off TFA vanilla gelato because that was one of the first flavors I got, and I expected it to do ice cream really well or gelato really well, and it kind of doesn't. But it is really useful in something like a yogurt. Mm-hmm. Something like that. It might be exactly that note that you need.
Exactly.
Yeah, but so I'm just excited in general, and now that we have the new schedule worked out, that it'll put less stress on us, and we have a new member to start working with, and I'm just really excited for the future of this team.
Yeah, there's a lot more exciting stuff actually coming out too. If Graham wants to talk about something we're going to be introducing.
I think we talked about that. We talked about it already last week, didn't we? A little bit about
a little bit,
but
now that we've actually sort of started down that road and tried it out, maybe we could go.
It's better than you guys thought it would be, right? Or
yeah,
for sure. Yeah. She's nuts, and that makes it fun.
Yeah. Well, she is crazy, but she actually she is very energetic. She's very excited about her passion is cooking. And being able to take a flavor profile from a chef and how she would do it in the kitchen, you kind of get two recipes. You get the actual recipe, what it's based off of, and then our version of how we recreate it, how we try to make it work for an e-liquid.
Right. So the show's going to be the same. It'll be the same. It's just she's going to be providing the profile sometimes, not all the time, because she's a
Yeah, it's just going to be a more chef-driven approach to a recipe profile, and it's kind of like a little bit more of an obstacle and everything, and it's actually really neat. But
yeah,
it doesn't mean
it's an obstacle.
Yeah,
I mean, she's down. She's to the point where she wants us to mimic. I guess we could give out what she was saying for us to do. The first one that we did, what was it? A ginger beer?
Yeah, it's
a Moscow Mule, but with a really interesting twist on it.
Yeah,
and she's super focused on the way the 10 cup tastes, which is something you wouldn't think about, but I guess that adds to it. I mean, I understand what she's saying there, and we would never think to do that, but that just adds super authenticity to it. Yeah. And then at the end of the show, you'll have two recipes: the real one and the fake one.
Yeah, that's I was just gonna say that's my favorite cocktail too. So I'm really interested on actually being able to put that out there.
It's folk arts too. He's got a mule of his own.
But so it's good. It'll be another sort of variation of what we're doing, because similar to how we do the remix or whatever, we're doing for the Telios the milk, it'll just be an interesting way to approach mixing that we could show the process for. And if it's I'd imagine doing it based on something very specific like that. The idea was a Moscow Mule, but with peach and mint muddled into it. I feel like we're going to fail quite a bit trying to achieve those things, but that's what we love about doing this, is showing how difficult some things can be, and then how worth it is in the end.
You know what you're not going to like is when she comes in to tell you it's not anything like it, because she's not nice like that. She's not going to sugarcoat it at all. She's going to.
So she's going to be kind of the judge of how accurate it is, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how.
It's gonna be pretty interesting.
Kind of like a grabber when we can.
Yeah, mainly she describes a profile. We try to do our best, and then we come back. Graham's gonna mix it up and have her try it, and she tells us all the ways that we're wrong.
Sounds like a fun time.
It really does.
Yeah, because you know what though, I think it's good though because she's super focused on the weird shit, and that's just her. That's just how she is anyway. So like, she's focused on the 10 cups. She's focused on the muddling.
Mm-hmm.
She must have said muddling like 83 fucking times, even after we got done recording. She was explaining to me how it didn't mean muddle.
Yeah.
And she's focused on that stuff, and that's stuff that we, like I said, overlook. So.
Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff we love. We love interesting stuff that isn't very common, that turns out delicious and sort of opens the door to weird mixes.
Yeah.
Interesting in a way that no one's thought of. You know what I mean? Like really, it's not like an interesting, concentrator or an interesting way to use a concentrator. It's an interesting way to go about like a whole entire.
Yeah, how to develop it, how to actually come up with the entire one process to another. You know, that's
that. Yeah. That.
Yeah.
And it's 4D. Everything one step further.
Yeah. It's an interesting take, and I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that kind of use the same process. If they enjoy cooking, they probably and they do mixing, they probably use some of those same skills of what flavors kind of go together to create e-liquid. So maybe this will show a window into that, whether it's helpful or maybe a possible hindrance, because it is two different things.
So that's the thing. It is two different things, and it's like even when you use that process for yourself, it's still you explaining to yourself what you know what I mean, how to do it, so you can put the processes together the way that you would do it if you were doing it the other way. So to get it from her angle is kind of weird, but
no, I think it's a wonderful idea.
Funny as fuck.
Yeah, Emily, I'm with you. When I read that, lime flavored cream cheese does sound super good.
Really?
Yeah, like a key lime cream cheese. Are you kidding me? That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's called
what cream cheese?
No, key lime pie is usually made with sour cream, but it can be used. Cream cheese is sometimes used, and that's what I'm going with for trying to make the best key lime pie with the Discord. Is that it's like cheesecake and then lime and then graham crust and then like a custardy filling.
Yeah, just check Bot Boy's recipe. It might be the perfect key lime pie of all time. That's what I'm trying to get better than.
I don't even know what that is.
It's not great. I'm gonna go right
out
out there.
Fucking great. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna go right out there and say it's not great. But you should try it.
You're saying Bot Boy's key lime pie isn't great?
Emily isn't good. Emily, put us up in the chat. I don't think it's that good.
All right, but so we have a lot of exciting stuff coming up, and we have some interesting guests lined up and some new segments, and we have a new team member to work with. So I'm really excited to see what we can come up with and how it goes.
Yep. That all we got today?
Do you want to go ahead and kind of tease what we're doing for the next episode?
I think I know what we're going to be doing. So a couple of weeks ago, we did Telios the milk, and it was so-so. It went so-so. We didn't release the recipe. So I think we're going to work on that for this next episode, and then have the live show next Thursday at 6 o'clock talking about that. That's it, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and go back, and instead of, we kind of decided, because the original idea was that we were just going to make one version and make a better version than the original, but we're kind of changing the plan. We're going to go back and we're going to try to pretty much clone the actual thing, and then after that we might try to make our own version that is what, because Max tried the real thing, and we're going to try to make that version.
Yeah, and Telios the milk is supposedly based off the what's that milk bar.
Yeah, which actually I want to watch that episode. I think Alfred told me about it. It's on Chef's Table with the chef of Milk Bar.
Yeah, I think Islama Dog, the last time we had the live stream in the chat, told us that Chef's Table has an episode on the founder for the Milk Bar. So we can watch that to sort of get some insight. And then Max, like I said, tried it. So we're going to try to make the commercial e-liquid and then make the real thing.
Yeah.
There's a Milk Bar in Vegas.
There's milk bars everywhere. There's one in Toronto.
I've never even seen a milk bar.
Me either.
It's like that's their brand. Momofuku Milk Bar. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce
And it's just you go in there and they just have lots of flavored milk.
Not just that. They make. She's a pastry chef. She makes cakes. She makes ice. They have what we're making, the Fruity Pebbles. They make that into a soft serve. They make it into a milkshake. They make it into, I think they make it into a cake too, which is really cool because they make this like crumble out of like the Fruity Pebbles. Ooh, buddy. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. Check out Milk Bar. Go online.
Okay, yeah, he's saying like birthday cake, crack pie.
Yeah.
They make a lot of stuff. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, crack pie. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't either.
Is that something they made or is that a thing?
You left a P off of that, didn't you?
A crack pie? Oh, yeah.
And then we do have a request that we'll add to the list to do the Kinder Chocolate. I ordered that back when I was in New York, but I didn't get a chance to try it, so I'll either have to find it around here and then...
Can we make it choke kids?
Yeah, and then we're going to add the actual toy into it just to like...
Yeah. We're going to just vape the toy, though.
All right,
those were banned because of choking hazards.
This sort of devolved from making Kinder Chocolate to just making plastic in a vape.
Oh, we know how to do that already.
Just choke kids.
Yeah.
Emily was telling me back when I was talking about it. She says Kinder Chocolate's not even good, but
I've heard that too. I heard it's a pretty shitty chocolate.
And then, all right, so they're saying that they made something called a Bueno that's terrible, but an old school Kinder Chocolate is great. So we'll look into it, and then we might work on that. It'll be on the list of profiles.
Yeah.
I heard Kinder Bueno is amazing.
So you heard the opposite of what I'm hearing.
I heard that, yeah. Where does it come from?
Kinder Chocolate is like, no, it's European. I can't remember. Oh, wait, no. Or is it Spanish?
Is it?
I
mean, Bueno is.
I think it is Latin American of some kind.
Google.
Latin American?
Yes.
It's American?
What? That's not what Latin American means, Graham.
It wouldn't be. It would be Latin.
Oh, okay. Well, no. All right, so I'm German. It's European German.
It's
all
German?
Right. Yes.
Bueno isn't German, though. Bueno
you realize that all Spanish people aren't from America, right?
Kinder is German. Bueno is Spanish.
Fusion.
Is it Spanish?
Sure about that.
I'm not sure about any of this. I know Kinder is German.
Yeah,
I know.
Why do you say Latin American?
I didn't.
Oh, one of you did.
One of you was two.
All right, but yeah, so that'll be on the list. Let's stop this before it goes off the rails too much.
It's already been derailed.
From now on, though, we are going to be Thursdays at 6 p.m. same time, and then episodes still Tuesday. So we're just shifting the live show from Saturday to Thursday to make it easier for everyone.
Yep.
Thanks for showing up, everyone.
All right.
I enjoyed talking to you and explaining how to pronounce words.
That was amazing.
It was, wasn't it? All right, guys. Y'all take care. We'll see you on Tuesday
I'll see you in 20
and
minutes.
Thursday.
Stopgap tonight.
Yeah, stopgap. What time?
9 p.m.
9
Eastern.
p.m. Eastern. All right. Check it out, guys. We'll see you later.
Later.
Deuces.